Hey everyone, it's Richard Metalfan here, bringing you guys a brand new 2024 album review. And as you can see below the title, today we're going to be talking about the new album from the band While She Sleeps entitled Self Hell, which is out now through Spinefarm Records. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with While She Sleeps, they're a metalcore band based out of Sheffield, England, been around since 2006, and I discovered While She Sleeps probably around 2016, 2017. It was like right after they released their album, I believe it was Brainwashed, and right before You Are We, which I thought was a really good album. Then they've been putting out albums since their first album, which was called This Was the Six, which came out in 2012, and I've been a fan with all of their releases. And overall, this is the band's sixth full-length album. This follows up their previous album, which came out in 2021, entitled Sleep Society, which I thought was a pretty good album. But with this album, Self Hell, does this live up or exceed what Sleep Society has? In my honest opinion, I think it's definitely a new step for the band, a different direction that this band is going in. Some people like it, some people don't like it, but for me, I personally think it's like a next evolution in the While She Sleeps sound. The production on this album is pretty solid. I always thought that the band really has really great production, and the vocals on here are pretty sick from Laws Taylor. I think he does like a lot of like yells, have gotten a lot more powerful and have gotten a lot more aggressive. Same thing with their other guitarist. Their other guitarist Matt Welsh also does co-vocals, and his singing is really great. It also has a bit of a punky vibe to it. The guitar work on this album is pretty tight from Sean Long and Matt Welsh. I think Sean comes up with some really great leads, and the riffing that Matt does is really great. I think they both complement each other really well. Bass wise, I kind of wish was a little bit audible from Aaron McKenzie. I kind of wish his bass would have been heard a little bit more. And drumming wise, Adam Savage does a really great job pounding the drums. So without further ado, and I've rambled on for a little over 2 minutes, let's dive into this album track by track. Now, starting things off is Peace of Mind, which is a minute and 20 intro track, and I feel like it's a really good way to set the vibe of the album. Has some really thundering drums, which leads into the charge, and like a vocal chant really adds to it, which then goes into the next song, Leave Me Alone. Now, this song could be something of a slow burn for some if you're not paying close attention. That some people would probably dismiss it, but for me, lyrically with this song, I feel like that's something that just first caught my eyes, and or my ears I should say, and I really find myself singing along to, and it just really sits beautifully. And I encourage anybody who hasn't sold on the song Leave Me Alone to like give it a great fair chance. This song will definitely grow on you. Moving on to Rainbows. Now, Rainbows has a little bit of like fun electronic effects throughout this one, and its melodic chorus in here is really catchy and pretty much a standout on the album. Has a classic kind of metalcore breakdown which will satisfy any fans of the genre, and the stylings of Sean are just really highlighted really on this song. Then we move on to the title track, Self Hell. Now, this song is really great lyrically and sonically. Has some huge riffs, some little bit of synth textures, of course, and the signature dynamic between heavy vocals and beats, and sort of like the clean, kind of like funky grooves in here is really good. Next song on the album is called Wildfire. Now, we hear more of those like thundering drums similar to like Peace of Mind of it, and it's just prominent really throughout, and it has some really great lyrics like there is a fire, it is burning in my soul, and it's brighter than it's ever felt before. And this song just gets bigger and bigger as it progresses. It's sort of like peaking and then ending with a really great solo from Sean. No Feeling is final. Now, this is a little like instrumental interlude that features sort of like a collaboration with a Japanese producer, Aether. Now, this provides a really sonic and emotional kind of like vibe with it, and it really just a really good way to sort of like give a chance to take a break, which leads into the next song, Dope Sick. Now, this song is really great. Now, this features some really sick. I can't even talk today. They have some really great singer of the band Stones, Finn Power. Now has some really sick, clean guitar tones and some just really huge drums and really commanding vocals in here. And this is another one of the second of 3 artists that are featured on this album. Now, some people say there shouldn't be too many guest appearances, but I personally think it's all right. Then we go into Down. Now, this song, right from the get-go, the guitars smash their way in through with sort of like a punk riff, and then it just warms it up before the drums kick in halfway through the verse with a more aggressive beat. And this song just is really sick. And this song features a guest appearance from Alex from Malevolence, and he joins in the fun with While She Sleeps near the end of it. And his really lows are just crushing. And with these screams, destroy me while you have the chance. And it just gains like really momentum. It just turns more brutal. I think it's a great way to end the song. Next up is To the Flowers. Now this song stands out with like a shining beacon. This song is just goosebump inducing, and I just think it's a really good song. Out of the Blue. Now this song kind of changes things up a little bit. It's an electronic track with nods to artists, sort of similar to, like, I don't know, it's hard to describe. It's really, at least some people would say that everyone will appreciate these moments, but I kind of like I don't know, it's good, but I just think it's, cause some people say it would be out of place, but I think it's okay. Let's just leave it at that. Enemy Mentality. Now this song just emerges with a really great prelude that transitions into a really great chorus, and this song, to like the band, it's like the songs that we heard so far, really offers like a really great sing-along moment. I think this song could go well with live performances. And then we get to the last song on the album, Radical Hatred, Radical Love. Now this song reminds me a little bit of like some like new metal from like early 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, with a little bit of a rockiness kind of acoustic ballad that really has like a lot of emotion to it. It's very moody and emotive, and this song is really a really great chill song. It just makes you want to have like your lighter in the air, and I think it's a really good way to end this album. Now, overall, Self Hell by While She Sleeps is a pretty solid album, a different change than what we've for them, and sort of like I guess I would consider this kind of like a experimental album to date. So I'm going to give this album a score. I'm going to give Self Hell by While She Sleeps a solid 8.5 out of 10. So that's my review of the album, guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about it, and I'll see you all in the next video, and as always, keep it metal.